All right, Tyler Orton from Business in Vancouver is joining us. Good morning, Tyler. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thanks, Steve.
All right, so the unemployment numbers are out this morning, and they tell an interesting tale of where we are across the country. Specifically, Alberta got hit really hard this month.
Yeah, 10,000 jobs lost in Alberta, but it's offset a little bit when we look at the overall national numbers because Ontario added 20,000. So if we take a look at these numbers here, I'll break it down for you. Now, overall, Canada saw about 5,700 jobs lost in the month of January. So that actually made our unemployment rate go down, or I should say it went up one tick at 7.2%. It's a little bit better news for British Columbia. We added 1,200 jobs, so our unemployment rate actually went down one tick to 6.6%. So how does this impact British Columbia specifically? There's a couple sectors that I want to outline here where we saw some losses and some gains that impacts BC. Natural resources, that's down 13,000 jobs. Manufacturing, most people think that's mostly in Ontario, which it is, but BC actually has a very significant manufacturing sector. We saw 11,000 jobs lost nationally last month. Information, culture, recreation, that includes stuff like the film sector, which is doing really well now that the Canadian dollar is going low. We added 16,000 jobs in the month of January. So it's kind of some good news, bad news, especially for the tale of what's going on in Alberta and other energy-dependent provinces across Canada. We saw other losses going on in, say, Manitoba, Newfoundland, and Saskatchewan as well. But a little bit good for BC.
Well, which is good news for us, but I'm sure a lot of those people in Alberta who are leaving those high-paying jobs in the oil patch are hoping they could just come over here and start working LNG, and that's not going to happen, at least in the near future, if you're Shell.
It's looking tough. Shell is postponing a final investment decision on its LNG Canada project that it proposed in Kitimat. This comes yesterday after the CEO, Ben Van Beurden, revealed 44% drop in earnings for the energy giant. So they're scrapping a lot of capital projects. They're also postponing a lot of capital projects in order to save $33 billion US. Now, the CEO specifically called out the project in Kitimat as something that is going to be postponed, at least the final investment decision, until the end of the year. That project's worth between $40 and $50 billion. So that's going to have a big impact on Shell if it's trying to cut costs. It's going to have a big impact on BC as well if this does not go forward. The other thing that's concerning now is that Shell is in the midst of an acquisition of the BG Group. Now it's going to be finalized at the end of February. The BG Group is also proposing an LNG project in British Columbia over in Prince Rupert. It seems very unlikely at this point this project is going to go forward because the CEO of Shell, Van Beurden, said that only the most competitive projects are going forward at this point. So once that acquisition is complete, there's going to be a lot of question marks left about two major projects here in British Columbia.
All right, Tyler, thank you very much. Tyler Orton from Business in Vancouver. More details from him at BIV.com. Have a good one, Tyler. We'll see you next week.